This is Radio Talk. Now, this is a known debate, especially now in modern days. We got discipline versus motivation. And this can relate to you if you're an athlete, a 9 to 5 jobber, NPC, teacher, whatever field it is you do. Now, motivation and discipline are the two primary engines of achievement, but they function in fundamentally different ways. Motivation is the spark. It provides the initial surge of energy and desire to start a goal. Discipline is the engine, it is the consistent effort to continue working toward the goal even when the initial excitement is faded. I was This is how I was literally feeling in my training regimen last night when I was training MMA. I kind of have lost the motivation, the spark, but my discipline kept me through the entire training session, kept me efficient, kept me sort of sharper. And that's the difference between certain individuals. They need motivation to start something, but they never finish it because they never have the discipline. I've never needed motivation to start anything. Maybe I need inspiration to start something, or maybe I like certain things to start something, and then my discipline coming from the love of whatever it is I'm doing just keeps me through it. It was the same when I was playing soccer, you know. It was the same thing. We used to train and half our team would never show up. It'd just be me, one of my homeboys, Alessandro, and a couple of other guys too. And then it was just like 5 people training when it's supposed to be a 26-man squad training. And that in itself, it destroys your motivation to continue. But because you got discipline to sharpen your skills, and the love of your craft provides that discipline, we just kept training regardless of how many people we were in. How many people would show up in the training session, regardless of whatever. Discipline will always outlast motivation because it's a long-term trait. The nature of motivation is emotional and feeling based. The nature of discipline is a reason based and a commitment driven. The stability for motivation, fleeting, fluctuates with mood and energy. Discipline, constant, stable, and reliable over the long term. The role for motivation initiates action and provides the why. Discipline sustains effort and provides the how. Motivation, external and internal impulses. Discipline, a conscious, trainable skill. Now, how do they work together? While often debated as one versus the other, the most efficient approach is to view them as a partnership, a balanced partnership. You know, there's a cycle, there's a safety net, there's identity shift, there's all sorts of things in life that will make you choose one over the other. But really, you got to balance the two to become one entity, one unstoppable entity. I feel like I'm still figuring out how to balance it, but I'm getting better because there's days where I'm training, I got no motivation. There's days where I got motivation to train, but I got a lazy day. But these sort of things keep you sharp. They keep you ahead of the game. But ahead of the game is an illusion. You're more or less in it for yourself. You can't think about the next person or your opponent or the team you're going to play. It's always going to be you versus you. And discipline and motivation is kind of like you versus you. You got to be very cautious of how you use the two to build whatever goal you're trying to look forward to. And even if you've achieved that goal, what do you have left? Discipline or motivation? When I won a championship in football, something I've been training for years, I lost the motivation to continue playing. But I still had discipline in training because I was training the whole of my life. And so I just kept the training regimen. I still went to the gym. I still exercised my body. Now, what's the motivation in playing soccer? Now, the motivation is to have fun. So your motivations will change as time goes on, but your discipline will remain the same or it will decrease depending on how you feel in the present. This is Radio Talk.